Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick review on the jacuzzi I got a couple months ago. It is a Sea Spas, South Sea Spas 748L Deluxe. I have to be honest with you, I didn't do a ton of research before I bought this jacuzzi, so I really didn't know what to expect. So basically the sales guy sold me on it and I just took his word for it. So I'm just gonna do a quick review after I've had it for a couple months here and just let you know different things I found out about the jacuzzi. I did look online for other videos about this model of jacuzzi, and there's really nothing on there. There's no good reviews or demonstrations of the spa. So I hope this helps somebody out. Anyways, the spa is a 6-man spa. It looks great. The cabinetry is great. It's really well made. It's really well insulated. The fake marble design up here on the top is really nice looking. The controls right here are really nice. Pretty much the whole thing looks like it's built really well. Obviously I was able to see it before I bought it, so I already knew it looked like it was built well, but I did not try it out. So basically, to get us started here, I have no problems with the jacuzzi overall. There's some things about it they could have improved upon, and I'll be honest with you guys, I don't even know that much about jacuzzis, so I don't know if there's anybody else, any other manufacturers making a jacuzzi that fixes these problems. First off, I'm gonna say these little neck pads right here, where you lay your head back, they're so flimsy. I'm trying to get it on the camera, it's hard to do. They're so flimsy, and I've had them pop off a couple times already. I know they're made to be removable. I don't expect them to be permanent, but they're so loose, they just pretty much fall off sometimes. Something minor, it's not a big deal. These cup holders, there's only 2 of them. It's a 6-man spa, and to be honest with you, this seat here and that seat there really is not the best seats. All I'm saying is more than likely you're not going to be spending all your time in this seat. Chances are you're going to be over here. It's a lot better seat, but there's no place to put a drink. Same with over here. This is the lounger. Let me shut it off so you can see down inside there a little bit. I do apologize for the video. It's kind of hard to see out here. So anyways, this is the lounger. Very comfortable, very big. I'm a 5'11", 215 pounds, and I fit in this thing just fine. There's plenty of room for the lounger. In fact, the whole tub, there's plenty of room. The most people I've had in it so far is 3, and there's plenty of room. I'm guessing 4 would be extremely comfortable, and anything over 4 probably is going to get crowded. So one more thing here, I'm going to turn it back on because there's another issue here. These knobs here control the oxygen flow, I guess, for the jets. So as you can see right now, I've got the oxygen turned off. When I turn it on, it increases the force of the jets. That's a great feature, but the problem with it is they make it look like it's an adjustable dial, but it's really not. It's really basically on or off. I was expecting to be able to adjust them a little bit more than I was able to, but you try to fine tune it, turn it just the right amount, and you'll find it's either going to be off or it's going to be full blast. There's no adjustment. So that's one thing that's pretty cheap on it. I wish they would have made that more adjustable, more user-friendly. This is another adjustment here for these 2 sides. Same thing. There is an adjustment over here. That is for the waterfall. The waterfall adjusts nice. when you turn this down here like this, you can really I'm forced to hold the camera really close, but as you can see, you can really adjust the waterfall wherever you want it. I have no problems with the waterfall. It works pretty good, no complaints. The filter system, no complaints. The black things you see are the stereo speakers, and they work great. That's one thing I will say. The stereo system in this thing works great. Here is the radio. It's got a box. It's got a little protective cover on it. It's probably not... Oh yeah, this is the only thing bad with the radio. After about the first day, the seal, I guess, maybe got too hot from the western sun exposure. I really don't know. But the seal just fell out. Not really sure yet what I'm going to do about that. But the radio itself works great. I have not had a chance to try like the little SD card or like an iPod or anything. I've only used the CD feature and the radio feature. I'm going to tell you something too. Like the first couple days I had the jacuzzi, I left this open while I was in the jacuzzi. I just kind of figured I wasn't going to be splashing around. It shouldn't be a big deal. And I figured the radio probably was some marine style radio. I don't know, something that is water resistant. But I did reach my arm over and I splashed some water down here. And not a ton, but you know, a nice little splash. And it did make the radio quit working. So of course I panicked. I only had the damn thing for two days, and I already broke the stereo. But I took the face off the stereo and I let it dry out for a few hours, and I put it back on, and it works fine. It works like new. So it is a decent little setup, pretty durable. So anyways, there's some other features on this. I'm going to cut this video into two parts. The second segment is going to be at nighttime, so you can see the lights on the inside of the jacuzzi. There's only one issue I have with one of the lights in the jacuzzi, and it's really not that big of a deal, but you know, I'm trying to make a complete review here, and so I definitely want to point something out to you. Anyways, like I said, it's only been 2 months, and I don't know a whole lot about the jacuzzis and the spas and all that. But I'm going to say that I don't feel bad about buying this jacuzzi. I got a great price on it. The thing is super comfortable. All the jets function properly. Plenty of power. It's got the two motors. The first motor has 2 speeds. The second one has 1 speed. But it's plenty strong, plenty forceful. In fact, my wife is about 120 pounds. And when she has the jets adjusted all the way up, it'll actually start to lift her up out of the seat. So it's definitely strong. And that's it, I believe, for the first segment. One more thing. The salesman tried to talk me into buying a cover lift, which that's the cover. I've got it right there up against my house. I'm so glad I didn't buy into it, because it's basically a permanent attachment to the jacuzzi, and the cover attaches to it and it assists lifting it off. But the problem with that is you're forced to have the cover up against your jacuzzi. Well, I want 3 sides of my jacuzzi exposed because I'm going to build some steps around it, and then I wanted the 4th side. This is just a temporary table, but I'm going to build like a deck up here. Whatever. So I didn't have any space. I wanted the big cover to be hanging off of. So I did not buy the cover lift, and I didn't know what to expect, but the cover is extremely lightweight. I mean, a little old lady could lift it off herself if she wanted to. It's definitely not a big deal just to lift it off and set it off to the side. One more quick thing. If you can see the temperature on that, it says the water is 96 degrees right now. I want to make a note. I live in the Phoenix, Arizona area. So we're on our 2nd week here of 115 degree weather. This jacuzzi is insulated awesome, and the lid is insulated awesome. The reason it's 96, the reason it's even that hot is because last night I forgot to lift up part of the lid on the jacuzzi. If you lift the cover up in the evenings, just, you know, you could just lift it up maybe a foot high, put a basketball or something under one half of it, or just flip the whole half over and let one side of it be exposed. During the evening, as the thing cycles, the evaporation and all that really keeps the water cool. In the mornings, the water is usually about 87, 88 degrees, and it stays that way until I take the cover off and I get in it, and then the sun heats it up. But long story short, it stays extremely, extremely cool given the fact that it's 115 degree days. And there's been 2 weeks of 115 degree days, and it's still maintaining about an 87 to 91 degree range when I take the cover off. That's just, that blew me away. So really, in the summertime, Arizona, you can get in this thing, and it's like a high pressured swimming pool. I mean, you know, in my opinion, perfect swimming weather is, you know, 85 degrees. Maybe even 90, 85 to 90, and this is perfect. So it'll cool you off in the summer, and I haven't had it in the cool season yet, but it's definitely going to warm us up in the winter. Long story short, this is a pretty good jacuzzi, and I'm going to have to give it probably 4 stars out of 5. The only bad things I have to say about it are the flimsy headrests and the kind of false advertisement of an adjustable oxygen system. Everything else on this thing has been great. I'm going to show you, keep watching, I'm going to show you my next segment. I'm going to wait for it to get a little bit darker outside, and I'm going to show you the next segment on the lights. And just to show you a little something about it. One more thing too is, and maybe this is all jacuzzis, I don't know, but when I had the electric work done before the concrete, obviously, I just had them come straight up and over the dimension I needed, but I wanted them to set the jacuzzi over the pipe so the pipe wasn't exposed. Well, they cannot do that, and the reason why is because there's a moisture barrier underneath the jacuzzi, and if they pop a hole in it for your electricity, there goes your warranty. So it's no big deal. It's just a little pipe. You can put a decorative item over it, I guess, if it was that big of a deal. But anyways, everything else, I hope you guys are getting a pretty good idea of the jacuzzi, the quality, the thing. So far, it's only been 2 months, but so far this thing is really, really impressive. Probably the best thing about it is the insulation, how well it maintains the temperature from the night before. So stay tuned, and I will definitely follow this video up with a light video. I did too much talking in the previous video, but this is just an example of the lights. Let me turn everything on here. Alright, so by default it's set at a multiple changing light setting, so it'll just continually go through, I don't know, I think there's like 6 or 7 colors. It'll kind of go through them like this. The problem is this. Wait for the red. See that red? It barely stays on red. Now, I know it's not a big deal. It's just one of those little things that annoys me. You know, every other color stays that color for a few seconds. And every time it goes to red, it changes right back. It doesn't stay on red. But I'm not trying to nitpick. It's not that big of a deal, really, I guess, but it is definitely something that kind of annoys me. But you can manually go through the lights to choose whatever color you'd like. I'll show you one that's pretty neat. It reminds me of a storm. We had this strobe feature. It really looks kind of cool. I know in the video it looks more blue, but it's actually kind of a grayish white flashing. Once again, it's cool for a little while, but then it gives you a headache. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that. But everything's good, and that's the end of my review on this hot tub. I still give it 4 stars out of 5. I highly recommend it for the right price. I think this tub, I want to say it was $5,400 with tax and delivery and that stupid little generic step. I think I was at like $6,100 or something like that. But anyways, everything's great. Hope you guys got a good review of this. Thanks.